Leonardo da Vinci, a name that means genius itself, artist, scientist, inventor, dreamer. Born in the 15th century, but centuries ahead of his time. To some, he was the greatest painter who ever lived. To others, a scientist trapped in the wrong era. But above all, Leonardo was a mind without limits. A man who believed that knowledge and imagination could unlock the secrets of the universe. Even today, his works inspire artists, scientists, and thinkers, a reminder that one mind, driven by curiosity, can shape the future in ways never imagined. Leonardo was born in 1452 in the small Tuscan town of Vinci, Italy. He was illegitimate, the son of a notary and a peasant woman. This meant he could not inherit wealth or status, but he inherited curiosity. As a boy, he wandered through fields and hills. He studied plants, insects, and flowing water. He sketched what he saw. He asked questions no one else thought to ask. Why do birds fly? Why do rivers twist? Why does the sky change color? Nature became his first teacher. The world itself, his first school. These early explorations sparked a fire of wonder, teaching him to see beauty in details and patterns where others saw only chaos. At 14, Leonardo moved to Florence, the beating heart of the Renaissance. There, he entered the workshop of Andrea del Verrocchio, a master sculptor and painter. In Verrocchio's studio, Leonardo learned everything: painting, sculpting, metal work, anatomy, perspective. He was so talented that when he painted an angel in Verrocchio's work, The Baptism of Christ, the master is said to have put down his brush forever. In Florence, Leonardo's reputation grew. But he was not just an artist. He filled notebooks with designs, machines, gears, flying contraptions, ideas centuries ahead of his time. Florence became his crucible, a place where imagination met opportunity, and young Leonardo began to glimpse the vast horizons of human possibility. In 1482, Leonardo moved to Milan, seeking new opportunities. He wrote to the Duke of Milan, not offering his skills as an artist, but as a military engineer. "I can design bridges, weapons, fortifications," he promised. The Duke accepted. Leonardo became not only court painter, but also inventor, engineer, and festival designer. In Milan, he painted the Last Supper. Unlike any work before it, it captured the exact moment Jesus told his disciples, "One of you will betray me." The shock, the fear, the disbelief, all frozen in time. It became one of the most famous paintings in history. Milan gave him the stage, and Leonardo filled it with visions that blended faith, power, and art into a legacy that would outlive empires. In 1482, Leonardo moved to Milan, seeking new opportunities. He wrote to the Duke of Milan, not offering his skills as an artist, but as a military engineer. "I can design bridges, weapons, fortifications," he promised. The Duke accepted. Leonardo became not only court painter, but also inventor, engineer, and festival designer. In Milan, he painted the Last Supper. Unlike any work before it, it captured the exact moment Jesus told his disciples, "One of you will betray me." The shock, the fear, the disbelief, all frozen in time. It became one of the most famous paintings in history. Milan gave him the stage, and Leonardo filled it with visions that blended faith, power, and art into a legacy that would outlive empires. Leonardo never stopped drawing, never stopped questioning. His notebooks overflowed with sketches, anatomical studies of muscles and bones, designs for helicopters, tanks, submarines, diagrams of rivers, machines, and weapons. He wrote in mirror script, from right to left. Some say it was to keep secrets. Others believe it was simply more natural for his left hand. In these notebooks, he dreamed of inventions that would not exist for 400 years. He sketched flying machines with wings like birds, parachutes, armored vehicles, even a robot knight. The world was not ready, but Leonardo's mind was already living in the future. His journals remain windows into a restless imagination, proof that curiosity, when recorded with passion, can echo through centuries. Leonardo believed art and science were inseparable. To paint life, you must first understand it. He dissected human bodies in secret, studying muscles, bones, and organs. He drew hearts, brains, fetuses in the womb, images so precise that doctors still admire them today. He studied the flow of water, the flight of birds, the movement of light and shadow. For Leonardo, nothing was too small to wonder at, nothing too large to imagine. He saw connections everywhere. To him, the universe was a masterpiece to be understood through observation and imagination. His studies bridged art and science, reminding us that knowledge is one and that discovery begins with the courage to look closer. In 1516, Leonardo accepted an invitation from King Francis I of France. He moved to Amboise, living in the Château du Clos-Luc with freedom to dream, sketch, and invent. Francis called him father. He admired Leonardo not just as an artist, but as a philosopher of life. Here, Leonardo spent his final years, surrounded by his notebooks, still sketching, still asking questions, still dreaming. In 1519, he passed away at age 67. Legend says Francis held him as he died. Even in his last days, his spirit remained unbroken, his thoughts racing ahead as if eternity itself were just another project to imagine. Leonardo worked for kings and patrons across Italy and France. He painted, engineered, and staged grand spectacles. But his restlessness never left him. He left works unfinished. He abandoned commissions. He chased new ideas constantly. Yet, from this restless searching came Mona Lisa, her smile, mysterious, eternal. Her eyes, alive, watching. It became the most famous painting in the world. Leonardo's genius was not in quantity, but in depth. Each work carried the soul of the universe itself. His art still whispers today, inviting us into mystery, where beauty meets enigma and a single smile contains eternity. After his death, his notebooks scattered. Some were lost, some hidden, some only rediscovered centuries later. But what they revealed was staggering, a man centuries ahead of his time. Painter of the Mona Lisa, creator of The Last Supper, inventor of machines that shaped the modern world, scientist who dissected the human body to reveal its mysteries. Leonardo da Vinci was more than a man. He was possibility itself. A reminder that curiosity is the greatest force of all. Today, his name is a symbol of genius. His smile, his sketches, his visions still inspire the world. Leonardo da Vinci, the timeless genius, the man who dreamed the future. And perhaps the greatest lesson he left, that imagination is eternal, and those who dare to dream can light the path for centuries to come.